Okay, so hello everyone. Today we will be solving C++ STL sheet from our senior's website, and we'll be solving this problem EQ. So let me explain the problem. It's a very basic one. So you would be given an empty queue of integers, and for queue queries you need to perform these operations. So what this operation is there? So first, before this, just let me give you a brief introduction of what is a queue. So a queue data structure is such that, like, uh, you must have this knowledge of differentiation between what is a stack and what is a queue. So this is a stack, right? So in a stack, what all operations can be performed? So like you can just push it and pop it from the top. So that's why it's called a LIFO structure. That means last in, first out. Okay. However, what is a queue? You can imagine, like, for example, you are standing on the bus stand, and you are entering from here. So this bus stand in this bus stand you would obviously exit it from here, right? Like, imagine that a bus is coming to pick you up. So, and you are waiting in the queue in this one. So obviously, you if you first enter it, you would be the first to exit it. So that's why it's called a FIFO data structure, first in, first out. Okay. So queue works like this. So what all operations can you do? You can push it from the you can push it from here and pop it from the front. So you push it and pop it at the front element. Correct? So if you just try to make it similarity to this, you can imagine that you push it in the queue and you pop it from here. So it says that you push X is you need to add at the end of the queue. That is correct, because you are adding in the end of the queue itself. Pop means removing the first element. That is true. Print. Uh, yep. So print. Sorry. First front means that first and the last element in the queue. Okay, so these all operations are there. So you needed to print these. So if you front is there, you need to uh, print the first element, and if back is there, right, you need to print the last element of the queue. Correct? So, like, to do this, either like, okay, so you can add an element at the, like, end of the queue and pop it, right? However, like, if I tell you that this is a queue, like this is a queue, and you need to print the first element. So how, like, you need to print this, you would not be able to do, right? Because popping it would, you would, if you would be able to pop this element. So if you want to pop this, you can either use a data, like either you can use two queues. uh, you can either use two, with the help of two queues you can maintain this. So like, maybe you can maintain a reverse stack or to implement this. However, to in this I would take a simpler approach. There's another data structure called DQ. So what is a DQ? In DQ, it's a doubly ended queue. So you can either insert from the back, you can either insert at the front, you can either insert delete from the back and delete from the front. You can do either of the operations. So this would make this very much easy. So let me implement this. So uh, for just queue queries, so first I need to input the queue, and for the queue queries, what can I do? I need to input a string value, right? What is the input format? Like, I need to input a string value, and which so if push is there, right, I need to again input a integer value. Otherwise, I just need to input a string value. So first, if I input a string value, right, string. So if s is that is equals to push, I need to input a integer value x. Otherwise, I need to do something else. So if it's a push, I need to push it and at the end of the queue, right? So let me initialize the DQ data structure. Let's name it as DQ. So I just need to DQ dot push back x, right? Otherwise, if it is a pop, I need to remove the first element in the queue. So if s equals to pop, okay, I need to pop out the front element, correct? Remove the first element. So there you can just call this function pop front. It will pop out with the front element. Now if it is a front, print the first element in the queue, right? So else if s equals to front, so you need to what? You need to print the first element in the queue. So to do that, you can do what? C out dq dot uh, front, right? Uh, dq dot okay, just leave it for a minute. And if it's a back, I need to print the last element. So if it is a back, else, so this automatically means it is a back, right? So you just do dq dot back, okay, and in this you just do what? Dq dot front. I hope this is the correct syntax. So let's test it. So 555653333. Okay, it looks good to me. Let's try to submit this. Okay, so I think code for server is down right now. If it passes for 2 3 test cases, I will just end the stream because it was taking time. So I hope you got the intuition of how DQ works. So okay, so a DQ works like you can either push back or pop back or push front or pop front. Okay, in either ways you can do. So just I did that. Okay, so it is passing the first test case. So yeah, I think it will pass. Uh, okay, yeah, it is passing many tests, so I guess it will pass. So thank you for listening to me, and I hope you understood the solution. Thank you.